It's Thursday, August the 5th, Feast of the Transfiguration. The Lord reveals that He is the Divine One, gives three of His apostles a peek. And Jesus also is communing with the Father because He is the Divine Son. And the connection of the Old Testament and the New are united in Jesus as Moses and Elijah come. Well, today, my plans of making a tape are a little bit interrupted. I had a funeral of someone that was dear to me a couple of parishes ago, one of my rural parishes, Holy Angels. And so I have someone to entrust now, St. Joseph, patron of happy death, patron of the dying. I pray that you come to the help of Jimmy, my friend Jimmy, my 90-year-old friend who helped a lot in my parish life and who I knew before I went into that parish, knew some of his kin and relatives. A very good man, and Jimmy, who also had a very good marriage without any children, but a dear marriage of him and Dot, and a love story in St. Mary's County. The day before I was making this tape, I did a funeral in the other rural parish I used to serve at, and this was the gentleman Jimmy that we laid to rest. And a lot of people that were there were people that were working the land, working the water, or serving the rural life, and just fine men, salt of the earth guys and their wives. A gathering. They came back on request to be with the family, and so to the sunset of life Jimmy goes, to the sunrise awaiting him on the other side. And I guess you would call that his sunset. I also did the funeral of his wife some years ago, and also did witnessed the wedding of his of one of his kin years ago, and I came back particularly for her. When you are involved with people with the wedding and then the kids' education and the school and stuff, try to stay in touch through the years. But we were at a sunset of someone's life yesterday with tears. The statue's been pretty weathered, but it's Christ holding the world and giving the peace sign, and Joseph holding the flowering rod that helped Mary recognize that she was to marry him. I guess in Jimmy, with his marriage to Dot, this Coast Guard fella, St. Mary's County, who got to marry the love of his heart, local girl, country girl. They got to live life in rural Maryland, and Jimmy did all kinds of stuff in business ways and working with the hard workers of what we call the 7th District area of St. Mary's County. And I think the great witness of Jimmy is he's just an honest, good, hard-working man, and just had a certain love of the Lord in his heart and a smile on his face because of it. And him and his wife also just did so many things of service to others together as a couple, and not everybody gets to live that kind of a life. But Jimmy did until he had to give up Dot, and now he's going back home to her. I guess what I'm trying to do is connect, the life of this guy, Jimmy, and his wife, just to, living the life of faith like Joseph and Mary did, at service to the Lord. And they lived out their own vocation of marriage, and they lived out a vocation of their baptized life to the church, and also out to the community. I have to say that Jimmy did a lot of things in the community, and he was certainly a good face of the Catholic faith um, in the region of Maryland that he lived in. And it was nice for me to meet him. And on my day-to-day with St. Joseph meditations, usually I have something in mind out of a book or a place or a theological point to make. But today it's he's really the example, and I'm a bit sad that he's out of my life, but glad that he's into heavens. So with the day-to-day with St. Joseph, I'll see you again tomorrow. I'll try to be a little more lighthearted, but this was serious, and I've lost another parishioner that I held dear. Eternal rest grant unto Jimmy, O Lord, let perpetual light shine upon him, and may St. Joseph come to his special help in this year of Joseph. Jimmy, I remember you were an optimist, and in that club there was 24 guys standing up there in front of the altar rail before the Mass started, doing some prayers. I remember when I first came into the county, first came into that part of the county, and you and some other brothers invited me over to have seafood and beer and some farm products, but farmers and watermen and some other guys. And you're an organization interested in helping the youth, especially the poor youth of the county, with lots of good projects. And I was happy to join in and see the Christian work you guys were doing and to take part in it along with you. Bye, Jimmy. And I'll see you guys all tomorrow.